Hey guys, what's Gump here today, and I'm bringing you another video on the Operation Blue Team event. So let's get this straight. So in the free 20 tier pass, after the 50 tier from this spring's update, you'll get a full set of Kelly's armor from Blue Team and a bunch of other stuff, you know, Spartan credits, all that gist. So we're going to go back to the standard 20 tier operation tiers like event, you know, like we had in the past. This is going to be like a thing for every big major update, so you're going to have 50 and then 20 and then 20. Pretty cool. I like the white armor coating. So let's go to the shop. And in the shop item for the Blue Team bottle, it's a little bit overpriced, but I wouldn't say it's that bad really. I mean, people can spend their money however they want. And just for this, it's not too bad. It's just usual prices. So I mean, if you got the money to cough it up, I mean, no shame. And then exchange some leftovers from the Entrenched event, land grab a few years ago if you've been sticking around with Halo Infinite since day one. So now there's a new Firefight classic mode returning, which is awesome. We'd be dying to need like a fresh mode to Firefight. Honestly, one of my favorite game modes to play, to spend all my time on Halo Infinite. Definitely recommend, like with this game mode, that you grab your buddy and a few others just to play it, you know. It honestly is a good time. So for this Firefight Classic, basically the gist is you and three others are in a endless wave, just fighting banished, you know, AI until you either evacuate, which the game will prompt you after the bonus round and 3-round set, or you can continue going until everybody dies, which honestly is like a big challenge and fun. I also like to test that it isn't that bad, it isn't boring or anything. The best thing out of this is you get to grind a lot of XP / score. So if you have like are needing to rank up to hero rank or whatever, this mode will still be your payment to hero rank. So honestly, if you have like a lot of time to spare and a bunch of buddies, you can honestly spend like 5 hours grinding it, you know, just getting to like 50,000 score if you can, which is like insane that you can be able to do that. I honestly think it's like a huge benefit for the PvE community, because a lot of people have been leaning towards more PvE rather than PvP in Halo, and that's like a good thing, other than like, you know, the social game modes that the developers have been putting out recently, which is not a bad thing. You gotta like find a balance. As for BTB, I hope that in the future that, as Sergeant Blair TV once said, that they honestly do a refresh to BTB, like add some more maps, some more game modes, because I know there's a lot of people that still play BTB, but for the Firefight community and crowd, I'm proud to be representing one of them. And honestly, yeah, this is a whole lot of fun. I definitely will be playing this game mode often, and just I think the boss implementations in this are really fitting, especially at the end of each round, because you know, compared to like other Firefighter games like Halo Reach and ODST, they didn't really have a boss in mind. It was just more like a group of wave of enemies. But other than that, with that section done, let's move on to the next game mode, Hot Swap. It's a new action sack game mode, if similar to reminiscent of gun game from Call of Duty. So basically, the objective in here is every 30 seconds, you start up with the loadout, the enemy starts out with the loadout, you both change turns, everyone has the same weapons. It's pretty chaotic. I recommend trying it if you want to get into that some sort. As you can see, I die right here. Anyway, sorry about that. In this game mode, I find it to be pretty fun. You know, it's another action sack-esque game modes, and I hope they continue doing something like this for like both crowds, for PvE and PvP. It honestly is pretty fun. It can be pretty challenging, and there's a new map in this game mode as well. It's called Nemesis, which I don't think I've ever recognized it before. It's probably a Halo 5 remake or whatever map. Go try it out. It's in the playlist. I think Hot Swap is pretty neato. It's pretty fun. It's pretty casual. Not too sweaty, not too intense, although in some instances it can be, as you can see right here. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. In conclusion, I think this update is pretty good. It's I think the Firefight edition really brings replayability into the operation. You know, many people are going to slowly get into it. It's what was the driving force behind ODST and Reach, honestly. It was just like Firefight, like reminiscent of like the late 2000s era, early 2010s, and just honestly, it's pretty fun. I hope that they add more maps to the future, or at least implement this game mode into the pre-established maps that King of the Hill Firefight has already been taken into. Like, don't get me wrong, I think King of the Hill Firefight is pretty fun for the first like year or so, but sometimes you want like less restrictive rules and just like more focused, more survival objective based waves, you know. Sometimes the matches can get pretty intense, other times it can be pretty smooth. But honestly, I want to point out to everybody, thank you for supporting the channel, for watching the views. This is going to be the end of the video where I just congratulate everybody, you know, just keep making videos, sharing optimism for the Halo in the future and share other games. I honestly think this update is pretty nice and yeah, it's just pretty cool. I don't have any other thing to say. I mean, it's just your typical free 20-tier operation pass. And I hope that in the Field Forerunner update, maybe something a little more to the theme, you know. That isn't going to be until April 8th, so enjoy Wildhead. I hope everybody has a good spring break, you know, a good time, the weather holds up, you know, go outside, talk to friends, family. I honestly think this is definitely a good change of pace.